Hey guys, I'd like to welcome you to my crib. Come on in. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. I guess I'd like to start out by, well, I guess I probably need to start with the most important person, because the most important person is my evaluator and she's my boss. So what I like to do is I like to make sure that I've got plenty of pictures of Mrs. Alimo on my locker, articles about Mrs. Alimo on my locker, because when she comes in here I want to make sure that she knows that I'm paying attention to her. And so in tribute to Mrs. Alimo, I also have a painting done by Mrs. Alimo, and I have another picture of Mrs. Alimo along with two buttons that say awesome and incredible. I'm just throwing that out at you, Mrs. Alimo, when it comes down to evaluation time. Most of you guys also know that I'm a huge Packer fan, and I have my shrine to the Green Bay Packers. Not important as Mrs. Alimo, but still important enough. And I have everything that I've ever been given by any student that is Green Bay Packer related. Huge Packer backer. As you move over here, you see the lockers. These lockers were going to get thrown out, and I figured they would look good in my office. And so, like how they do on MTV Cribs, you know how they open up the refrigerator door? I'll open up my locker doors. Here you can see I've got my orange safety vest that I use outside. In my other locker here, I have plenty of sweatshirts and extra pairs of shoes just in case. In my third locker, I have Chromebook chargers, just in case students who need them can come down. In my fourth locker, yet another pair of shoes. And then in my fifth locker, I have my jacket. Some people refer to my office as a museum, and I just have a lot of stuff that I'm not allowed to keep at home, so whenever I get the axe on something at home, it usually comes here. So I have 14 pieces of stereo equipment. People my age might recognize all that stereo equipment as something from the 1970s. It still plays really well. I have license plates that I'm not allowed to keep at home. Those are all my license plates. My high jumping license plate. I've got RV Puller because we're big campers in our family. And then everybody in the building knows that I have 2 sets of twins. You may have seen Bieber. So, not that I'm a believer, but he is here. I found him on the floor. I was given it. I hang him up. My mama don't. What is that? My mama don't like you, but she likes everyone, right? That's a Bieber song.
Mama don't like you, and she likes everyone.
And then I just find random things in the hallway, and I try to incorporate them into my office. For example, I've found like superheroes in the hallways in the summer, so I just kind of stack them up. And then if you look up above, I got Spider-Man looking over me too. So I've got a lot of people watching over me. Mrs. Alimo, Spider-Man, Justin Bieber. I feel like I'm in pretty good shape. I was given Michael Jordan when I got this job. I got that poster from one of my fellow colleagues, and I got Brett Favre from one of my fellow colleagues as kind of a going away present when I was teaching at Lincoln, and they gave me those to carry over into here. I think if you also look, you can kind of tell that I've been at Emerson a very long time, and I have the t-shirts from all the years that kids have been here, starting from 1999, going all the way to I'll get your t-shirt and I'll hang it up at the end of the year. I am a proud graduate of Illinois State, so I have a lot of Illinois State apparel. This was my track warm-up jacket that I will not try on because we'll probably break it zipping it up because I've gained a little weight since college. This bar stool was my grandfather's, and I used to sit in this when I was a kid when they'd speak Polish and they wouldn't want me to know what was going on. And so I used to sit in this as a kid, but my grandpa was really a mellow dude, and so whenever I get myself fired up, I always kind of look at this bar stool and I remember how mellow he was, and it helps me get through the day. Over here, I have a cool tribute to my other grandfather. My other grandfather went to school.
What up, WEMS Cribs? Ding dong.
When you see this, you'll understand that I have a shrine to you too. My other grandpa went to school in a one-room schoolhouse, and this was all of the awards that he won. He only went to school until he was in 8th grade, and then he had to work on the farm. And another cool object that I have is the shovel that was used to break ground to build this building. And they started breaking ground for this in 1996, I believe, and that was the shovel that dug the first bit of dirt to build this building, which I think is pretty cool. Right, the refrigerator? Well, let's see what I drink during the day. I drink my LaCroix lemon because I've given up Diet Coke, and so far I'm a month free, but I need a lot of help because I'm struggling giving up Diet Coke. I need everyone rooting for me. And everyone who knows me knows I love my peanut M&Ms, so I try to keep a supply of peanut M&Ms here at all times. Usually after all the lunch periods are done, I come in here, I crash, I try to take a nap, and then I eat peanut M&Ms. I'm just kidding about the nap because I'm everywhere all the time. And then the other thing that MTV Cribs always did was at the end, they would show you the rides, right? And I'd like to show you all my rides because I got a lot of rides. If you look up here, all my rides, I've got Volkswagen, I've got Mercedes. It's like this is my garage, right? I've got Mercedes, I've got Ferrari, I've got Jaguar, I've got Porsche, I've got BMW, I've got Cadillac. I even have my race cars down here and my motorcycles. That's about all I got.
Mm-hmm.
So, EMS Cribs, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Now get out of here.